Hello, today's video is on adding and subtracting polynomials. It should look somewhat familiar, it's just written in a slightly different format. It's very much like combining like terms. So, if you have two polynomials, they might be binomials, trinomials, polynomials, who knows what, and you're just adding, it is combining like terms. But do not forget that exponents don't change when you're adding or subtracting like terms. If you're going to be subtracting the polynomials, the first thing that you need to make sure you do is distribute the negative. That's the biggest mistake I've seen made, is losing negatives. So please write it down correctly and distribute your negatives. Once you've done that, it's just, again, combining like terms, and don't forget that exponents don't change. So for instance, on problem number 1, we have two trinomials that are being added. There are 3 terms in each polynomial. It is being added, so we just need to combine like terms. Remember, like terms, the exponents and variables have to match. So 3x to the 4th and 8x to the 4th makes 11x to the 4th. If you'll notice, my exponents stayed the same. Okay, this is not an exponent problem. We're not multiplying, dividing, or having a power to a power. Then we have a negative 2x squared and a positive 5x squared. Those are both x squareds. So we can go negative 2 plus 5, and that would be a positive 3x squareds. And then we have constants that match. We have a plus 4 and a minus 5, which together makes a minus 1. Now double check that your answer is in standard form. This one is. The exponents go from 4 to 3 to a constant, so we're good. Sorry, 4 to 2 to a constant. Okay, let's try adding polynomials one more time. So this is the only term in this problem that has an x to the 5th power. So we can't add it to anything. But since it is the highest exponent, I'm going to write it first. The next highest exponent is an x to the 4th. We have 2x x to the 4ths, and then we're doing a plus, so we're good, plus an x to the 4th, which makes 3x to the 4ths. Again, exponents didn't change. And don't forget, if there's no coefficient, it's like there's an invisible 1, because that was 1x to the 4th. And then going in order, this is the only x cubed, so I'm just going to put it in my answer because there's nothing to add it to. And then lastly, we have a negative x and a negative 8x. Those can be combined, they're both x's, and it's negative 9x. So it's in standard form because as I was combining my like terms, I purposefully did it in order so that when I was done, I already had standard form. For problem number 3, now this one we do get into a subtracting problem. So the first thing that we need to do is distribute our negative. So as you're doing your assignment and you write down your problem, you can just write it with your negative distributed as you go. So the first polynomial didn't change. It's the second polynomial that I'm going to multiply everything in the parentheses by a negative 1. So we're going to have a negative 2x squared now, a positive 9x, because a negative times a negative is a positive, and a positive 3. Now it looks like our previous problem. We're going to combine like terms. We're going to make sure we put everything in order. So we have 10x squareds minus 2x squareds is 8x squareds. We have a 4x plus a 9x, which is a 13x. And our constants of a positive 5 and a positive 3, and we have plus 8. And one more problem, just to make sure we all understand how this is going. First, again, I'm going to distribute my negative, which means my first polynomial is not going to change at all. Help if I wrote the correct number. So we're going to have now a negative 8x to the 5th, a negative 4x cubed, and a positive 15. Multiplying by negative just essentially changes all signs. Okay, this 7x to the 6th power is our only x to the 6th and is our highest term, therefore it's our beginning. We have a negative 8x to the 5th and a negative 8x to the 5th, not 0, be very careful on that. That is actually a negative 16x to the 5th. Our next highest would be this x cubed, and there are no other x cubes, so we have a negative 4x cubed. And our constants, we have a plus 3 and a plus 15, so that's plus 18 altogether. And if I double check my exponents, they are in order. Therefore, I have put it into standard form. Okay, so your word of the day today is polynomial. That is something you're going to be entering into the turn-in form. Your assignment is the adding and subtracting polynomials. It is due Friday, March 27th. Just one little reminder, if on this assignment you find an answer that is incorrect, it happens. Your last one had a problem that was incorrect. Let me know, and I will make a little mark on the assignment saying I have a wrong answer key. I make mistakes. You guys know. You find them during class. Now you get to find them online. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Have a great day.